What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me over there on Telegram. That's t.me/kingoffomo1, as well as my TikTok channel listed right there on the screen. All right, so a few people tipped me off on this one, and I've gotten a chance to take a deep look at it. This is called the Drip Network. So the Drip Network, I think that this is actually a really cool idea. This thing is launching pretty soon. The whitelist is going to be put out for you guys to be able to purchase some of these tokens pretty early here and then get started with this whole system. And the reason why I think this system is so interesting is because of the fact that it is a token that is built to compound, to be able to get the daily interest from. A lot of times in the BNB network, you just have either the BNB token that just spits tokens out at you every single day and eventually drains and becomes useless until somebody releases a new contract like that. Or you have contracts like farms where the token kind of just prints itself to death until people have extracted all the value out of it. And you have a lot of people that just kind of game the system and can extract the most money out of it if they know how to game the system. And the people that don't know how to game the system are kind of left high and dry. The Drip token combines a lot of aspects of you being able to earn passively and puts it into a smart contract in a way that it just works well with the way that it's kind of working in the website. It's not just a token that prints itself. It's not just a token that you throw in and it spits BNB out at you until the contract dies or anything like that. So let's get into it and let me explain to you what this is. There's a lot of different pieces to this. So watch the whole video, read the white paper yourself, and then come to a decision as to what you want to do with the Drip token overall. Of course, there are some positives and negatives. We'll get into both of those aspects. I don't like to just, pump things up to you guys without telling you guys the bad in it. So we'll get into everything in here. So the Drip. So Drip Network is the latest project developed by 4X Shark, who is a Telegram person, and his team. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. So you will be using BNB to get this token. Now, here's kind of where this gets a little interesting. The recommended exchange for trading Drip is the Foundation contract, which can be found directly on the platform's website under the Swap tab, as it allows users to waive the 10% tax on buys and provides the lowest price and highest liquidity, resulting in less slippage for larger trades. So that's the first thing that kind of sets this token apart. Even though you can buy most of this stuff on PancakeSwap, you can buy the Drip token on PancakeSwap, you will be hit with a tax. So that really helps people understand that the best place to get this is on the website. The best place to get the information is on the website. And it really just kicks out all the people that are just going to game the system and suck up all the tokens and get everything from themselves. But you still can get it on PancakeSwap. Just make sure that you're using the correct address. I don't think that many people are going to do that because you are going to get taxed if you're going to buy it on PancakeSwap. So at launch, the Drip token can be deposited into Drip's Faucet. That's the whole kind of meat and potatoes, the working gears for this system, this Drip Faucet contract, to provide a consistent 1% daily return up to 365% of the initial amount. All right, so I don't think that can be withdrawn. I think that it will be locked in and you're going to be earning that on a daily basis, 1% per day. Now, the positives with this is a smart contract. So unlike BNB Profit, even though BNB Profit pays a little bit more, 2.2% daily, you're not going to have any issues trying to contact support here. It works exactly the same for every single person. All right, you get 1% daily up to 365% daily over that time. Additionally, players can add BNB into the reservoir contract, which is a little more complicated. We'll get into that at the end, to become a permanent liquidity provider in the Drip and earn BNB rewards indefinitely from multiple dividend streams of income generated from exchange fees. Drip is the only deflationary daily ROI token that pays stakers and referrers from a tax on transactions not through inflation. Again, one of the major problems with a lot of these coins that are touting to be providing you consistent interest, get money forever every single day, is the fact that they're printing so much coins that they become fractions of pennies within a couple of weeks. They might go up to hundreds of dollars and become fractions of pennies in a couple of weeks. So Drip token's going to try to avoid that by, combining a lot of the things that they're doing here. All right, so next up is the Faucet. So the Drip Network's Faucet is a low-risk, high-reward contract that operates similarly to a high-yield certificate of deposit. Players can participate by purchasing drip from the platform, again on the website swap page, joining another user's drip team. You need to purchase a minimum of 10 drip to deposit into here, and then when you deposit drip into the faucet, your contract earns a consistent 1% daily up to 365%. You can also compound your earnings through regular deposits, rolling rewards, as well as getting team-based referrals. Unlike many other platforms promising a consistent daily percent return, Faucet's contract cannot drain and always will be able to provide drip that has been rewarded. So if you guys are familiar with Bankroll, they've actually created contracts similar to this. They're undrainable. They will not go down to zero. Now, the risk is obviously they can get pretty low and you can get some really, really low rewards from there. So it's not completely foolproof. It's not like you're guaranteed gobs and gods of money risk-free, but there's a lot lower risk of, just losing completely everything and never coming back in that sense. All right. And also with the compounding, we'll get into compounding too. It does incentivize compounding so that you get taxed less rather than just taking it out and selling it. So compounding actually might be a pretty good idea for those of you who are early in this. Drip rewards come from a 10% tax on all drip transactions, excluding buys from the platform's swap page. So again, buy on the platform swap page, you won't get taxed. If there's ever a situation where the tax pool is not enough to pay drip rewards, new drip will be minted to ensure rewards are paid out. So those of you who are saying, well, what if nobody buys that day? Don't worry, some extra drip is going to be printed. And that's what I mean by this contract is designed and developed to work as a daily interest coin, right? It prints more of itself if it needs to. But the catch is the probability that the system will need to mint new drip to pay rewards is extremely low. It probably won't happen. That's kind of a worst case scenario. Since drip deposited in a faucet are sent to burn addresses, and drip is consistently being locked in the liquidity pool through the reservoir contract, drip is the only deflationary daily ROI platform. So can it be inflationary? Yeah, sure. I mean, if nobody started moving the tokens around and nobody's doing anything, yes, it can inflate, but that's not. It's probably not going to be the case based on how this thing is kind of combined together. The best strategy for drip is to focus on real world adoption. So I'm not going to read this paragraph because I didn't highlight it, but it's talking about referrals. You can use these BR34P tokens. I'm just going to call them the buddy referral tokens to be able to build up a nice team, and we'll get into that in a second. But it is just like I'm going to compare it to Hex, because Hex was another contract that is designed to give daily interest to people that are buying into the token. Drip is the same thing, and one of the main pool points towards Hex is the referral system and the community aspect of it. And Drip is kind of piggybacking off of that. It wants that referral system. It wants people to be able to talk about it. It wants the buzz. So that is going to happen with Drip. Here it talks a little bit about compounding. Now, the special thing about compounding, I think I mentioned this, there's only a 5% tax on compounding as opposed to the 10% tax on you selling the token. So you're actually going to get more, especially in the beginning here, instead of you just insta-selling all of your rewards, then you can get that 5% compound tax instead of 10%, and you'll essentially get, I guess that's maybe double the amount of what you would normally get if you're selling by doing that in a you got to come up with your own strategy, but you can get more from compounding. Onboarding system. So this is where that BR or that buddy referral token comes in. So if you want to build your own team and get referrals and things like that, or even if you don't, this still is a good system to have in place because again, it prevents people from referring themselves 100 times and putting in hundreds of thousands of BNB on their own and just sucking all of the funds out of the system from everybody else. So and it prevents multiple accounts and things like that, because if you want to get referrals, you need to purchase these buddy referral system tokens, or the BR34P tokens, and depending on how much you want to go down on your downline or how good of a marketer you think you are, you want to purchase that amount of BR tokens. So if you say you're going to get downlines up to 10 levels, you want 144 BR34P tokens, and you're going to be able to get that 10 levels deep. And if you think you're fantastic, you can buy more. If you don't think you're going to refer anyone, you don't have to buy any of these tokens. But this is a nice system to have in place to prevent some scammy stuff happening for people that are just trying to game the system overall. They also have a whale tax. So one of the main concerns about a new token, that's one of the reasons why I stopped buying a lot of tokens on Binance, is you can just purchase the entire supply and dump on everybody later. So that's going to be prevented here. Again, token designed to work well and not just be gamified from whales. So the whale tax means that if you're holding over 1 million, over 2 million, anything like that, over 1 million tokens, you're going to get taxed 5% on, I think, moving tokens around. If you're holding 10 million tokens, you're going to be taxed 50% for moving tokens around. So that's your tax for being rich in the system and holding kind of too much of the supply at once. So that's nice to have there. And again, more rewards for the little holders. And then you have your reservoir. I'm not actually going to read this. You guys can read this yourself. This is just another way to earn in the drip tokens ecosystem. You're going to get a token called the drop, which is 1-to-1 with BNB, and depending on how much drop you have compared to the rest of the drops in existence, depends on how many rewards you're going to get. So this is a passive way of making income without kind of riding the slightly more volatile drip token. You can kind of take it a little bit more easy with the drop token over here. Now there are some lock-ins and things like that happen with the drop token, but again, you guys can read through this. It gets a little complicated, and I don't feel like going into it too much in this video because I know the majority of you are more interested in the drip side of things. Right, and then they have their roadmap here: cross-chain bridges from ERC20 to TRC20, NFT rewards, high-risk ROI contracts, things like that. So they have a lot of stuff in the works. I think there's one more thing that I didn't mention. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, for part of the onboarding system, in order to create a stake, I guess the really only thing to mention here is in order to start in the system, you need to use a referral code. So I will have a link available in my Telegram channel or in another video that I'm going to be launching soon, because you need to use a code to join, period. And part of the reason for that, again, similar to like Hex and these other referral-based systems, a lot of people hate referrals because they think they're unfair, but I mean, that's the only way to get the word out. I'm sure you've seen plenty of coins where they just they don't do anything because nobody talks about them ever. So having an onboarding system and referral rewards will get the word out to people and get people to get the word out to more people, etc., and help the community grow. So referrals are not a bad thing, no matter how much you hate them. If you can't get them, it's not going to punish you for not getting them, but it's nice to have it there for both people who are going to put in the work and for the coin itself and the community to grow as well. So that's what the onboarding system is. So those links will be available when this thing launches. So that's everything on the Drip Network. I don't have the website for you guys, but the white paper, I will put this up on my Telegram channel for you guys to take a look at as well, and hopefully we can learn more about this as time goes on. But this seems pretty interesting to me overall, and it's nice to have it on the Binance Smart Chain where the fees are low. Anyway, that is everything for today. Hopefully that covered most of what this thing is about and hopefully helps you understand it a little bit. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, all of the links to this stuff will be available shortly. I think it's 13 hours when that pre-sale whitelist comes out, but keep up to date. If you're on my Telegram chat, I'll put all the updates out on there. All right, guys, catch you in the next video. Peace out.